Portrait of a young man with facial scarring. Africa, 1900. An Aleut wearing clothing made from sea lion guts. Alaska, 1900. Terry Garr, Gene Wilder, Marty Feldman, Peter Boyle, and Mel Brooks behind the scenes of Young Frankenstein 1974. Group of female welders at a Todd shipyard in October 1942. Winnipeg, Canada, 1913. Aboriginal man standing in front of a teepee. Young man gives a try at alligator wrestling, circa 1950s Kodachrome shot. "14-year-old Gwen Stefani receiving an autograph from Sting in 1983. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, 1980s. Paul McCartney yearbook photo. R2-D2 from Star Wars. A boy dancing to French gypsy music, France, 1948. A young Michael Jackson visiting the Goonies set, 1985. The Mingun Bell, Myanmar, 1873. It was the heaviest functioning bell in the world at several times in history. Mountain hikers in the Canadian mountains use the brims of their hats as water vessels, 1924. Freddie Mercury and Samantha Fox sing a duet at Kensington Roof Gardens on July 12, 1986. The tallest and the shortest workers at the Ringling Barnum and Bailey Circus, Jack Earl and Harry Dahl, circa 1930. Gary Oldman. Robot Snow Maiden, United Soviet Socialist Republic, 1960s. Margaret Thatcher in the USSR, 1987. Manute Ball, the tallest player in the NBA, guards the rim in college in the 1980s, height 2.31 meters. Chess on a scorching summer day. Moscow, 1976. Dutch Army armored car camouflaged with flowers. Frozen Niagara Falls, 1912. Signs in both English and Afrikaans in Johannesburg, 1957. The swimming lesson is held on the sand. The contestants of Miss World 1972. Linda Carter is sitting in the middle. Andre Chikatilo meditates in his cell, 1993. Kevin Smith protests his own movie. Dogma, November 12, 1999, Eatontown, New Jersey. A 16-year-old Mila Jovovich at Johnny Rockets, 1987. Boating along the streets of Vasilyevsky Island during the flood of September 23, 1924. Testing of the German 37mm Flak 18 anti-aircraft gun in a Barrow tunnel. Germany, Braunschweig, 1940. London school children hide under their desks during an air raid in 1940. A Target manager monitors the store's surveillance system in 1972. The company used closed-circuit cameras to enhance security and protect merchandise, an early example of retail adopting modern monitoring technology. Chess champion Bobby Fischer, working on his moves during a subway ride, 1962. Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon on the set of Some Like It Hot, 1959. The Queen and Her Corgis, Scotland, 1976. New Yorkers stopped to watch the Seinfeld finale, Times Square, 1998. A New York City police bomb squad sapper from the 1940s. The evening after the Christmas sales at Macy's department store in New York, 1948. Photograph taken during Leonid Kulik's expedition in 1928 to the site of the Tunguska event, which occurred 20 years earlier, likely an explosion caused by a mid-air burst of an asteroid. the most significant impact event in recorded history. Soap bubbles 1940. Monica Bellucci, 1997. World War I. A Canadian soldier comforts a wounded Belgian infant. November 1918. Maori woman, Rotorua, New Zealand, between 1900 and 1920. The rooster scared the child. The Catalan government imprisoned Barcelona, Second Spanish Republic, October 6, 1934. Kids watching the eclipse of sun, 11 of September 1923. Judy Garland taking a break on the set of The Wizard of Oz, 1939. Following World War II, a United States Marine investigates two extremely young Japanese child soldiers on Okinawa, 1945. World War I veteran with mask from Anne Coleman Ladd's studio in Paris. A costume party for the Western States Life Insurance Company Employees Club, October 25, 1934. Presentation of the new Givenchy collection in the Moscow Metro, 1997. Four Power Summit Conference. West German Chancellor Konrad Adenauer, French President Charles de Gaulle, United States President Dwight Eisenhower, and British Prime Minister Harold Macmillan. Paris, Élysée Palace, December 19, 1959. United States Army Pilot's Mask, 1925. Sigmund Freud poses during the making of his own bust by sculptor Oskar Nemov. Vienna, First Austrian Republic, 1931. Moscow Conservatory professor P. Ilchenko plays for soldiers on the Southern Front, United States, SR, 1942. Audrey Hepburn with her parents. Princess Elizabeth and Prince Philip danced to country music in Ottawa, Canada, 1951. Inflatable boats made from ox hides, Northern India, 1900. A chorus of girls and a soloist from the musical The Dance of Life in the United States, 1929. GIs of the 28th Field Artillery Battalion preparing to fire a 155mm shell behind German lines. Boston police officer Frank Pomodoro comforting his partner and police horse, October 1989. Burned theater in the German-occupied city of Artemivsk, present-day Bakhmut, USSR, during World War II, December 1942. Workers lay a dividing line marking the border between the Soviet and British sectors on Potsdamer Platz in Berlin, August 21, 1948. A boy helps a girl get into a pedal car. Marilyn Monroe on the Beach, 1949. Young Albert Fish. A local woman stands among the destruction in Sarajevo, Bosnia, 1994. Circa 1900, an American cotton processing plant next to the Mississippi River. A British man's waistcoat suitable as a checkerboard, 1914-1918. Michael Jackson watching a Hitler documentary in 1992. Strength training for girls. Side plank. United States, late 1940s. Ernest Hemingway feeds pigeons in Venice, 1954. Police take Jim Morrison into custody after he chanted anti-Vietnam War slogans during a concert, 1968. Gerard Depardieu gives John Travolta a ride, 1982. The Hand of a Starving Boy, Uganda, 1980. Italian dictator Benito Mussolini visits a wounded Italian soldier during World War II. The photograph was censored and banned from publication due to the soldier's frightened appearance. 1941. Some gentleman posing with a Stutz Bearcat racer, Fresno, California, around 1916. A man sits on car tires, Los Angeles, 1929. A Party for White and Black Children, 1958, Virginia, United States. Edmund Poyot at the controls of a very early biplane while holding a very uncertain-looking pupper around 1910. Woody Strode practices shooting dynamite on the set of The Professionals, 1966. B-17G, Flying Fortress, damaged over Germany. During the bombing of Cologne, an anti-aircraft shell exploded on the nose of the aircraft, destroying instruments and equipment. Circa 1944. Bonnie McCarroll of Pendleton, Oregon, September 1915. Fox Hastings, a cowgirl and rider, at the first annual Los Angeles Rodeo circa 1920. German prisoners of war near Stalingrad, 1943. Lucia Zarate, who weighed only 2.1 kilograms at age 17, moved from Mexico to the United States at age 12, where, due to her diminutive stature, she performed in sideshows and street circuses and in fairground booths. In 1847, omnibuses began operating in St. Petersburg, multi-seat 15 to 20-seat horse-drawn carriages that can be considered the predecessors of buses. Open Air Confession, Poland, 1964. A looter with stolen diapers during the Los Angeles riots, 1992. Presidents Kennedy, Eisenhower, and Truman at Eleanor Roosevelt's funeral. November 10, 1962. Katharine Hepburn enjoyed riding a skateboard in the 1960s. Cindy Crawford for Vogue United States, 1991. Jimmy and Rosalind Carter hug as the TV announces Carter as the victor of the 1976 presidential election, November 2, 1976. Monica Bellucci, 1990s. Kissing in Gas Masks, World War II, Great Britain, 1940. The black community takes the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States flag, 1900s. Steve Jobs, 1980s. (1995), 6 Western tourists and their guides were kidnapped in Kashmir, India, by the terrorist group Al-Faran. The episode is believed by many to have marked the beginning of modern terrorism. Arnold Schwarzenegger with his daughter, Christina, 1996. Two ladies in traditional clothes from Ramallah, circa 1898, glass negative. Athletic Exercises, Camp of Exercise, Delhi, 1886. A young girl pushes her baby brother in a homemade buggy made from a Hercules powder box in Sweetwater County, Wyoming, 1946. Separatist forces during the Battle of Bender in the Transnistrian War in 1992. Jersey Rungle standing on top of an aeroplane while it's in flight, 1921. Extras from the film Spartacus, 1960. A child playing a violin in a ghetto street, February 1941, Warsaw, Poland. Brigitte Bardot having her portrait painted by Kees van Dongen, 1959. Chaos during the New York City blackout, 1977. Pope John Paul II, shaking hands with the man that shot at him 4 times 2 years prior. Hitler signs a document at the beginning of the war with Poland in 1939. A World War I veteran, me 1932. Nuns from a Buddhist monastery wear unusual hairstyles woven with strands of wool from local sheep. Two girls on Halloween in the 1890s. At a place. Pink Floyd. A giant plane with 9 wings. Soviet bicycle troops with war dogs on parade, Red Square, Moscow, May 1st, 1938. Dutch woman Carina Rotschafer was Miss World, 1959. In late December 1941, Churchill posed on the White House lawn with Diana Hopkins, daughter of presidential aide Harry Hopkins, and Fala, the president's Scottie. Elvis Presley fans witnessing him on stage during the mid-1950s. Andre the Giant dressed as Bigfoot with Lee Majors on the set of The $6 Million Man in 1976.